I am super excited because I had my weigh-in today and I am blown away because I've never been able to lose more than a pound in a week, if that, in the last few years. So, before I tell you what that is, I wanted to give you some real numbers. So the first time I did my 10-day weigh-in, I didn't give you like my starting weight and all of that. And I think those numbers are really important, especially when I look at the goals that I have in mind. So my starting weight was 218, and honestly I can't tell you when that was because that was the last time I weighed myself, and then I started with the gluten-free and then I started with the intermittent fasting. So I don't have a timeline for that. All I know is that when I did my first 10-day weigh-in, I had lost right around 8 pounds. My current weight today is 206.8. That means I lost 3.5 pounds in the last 10 days. I am so excited about that because, like I said, it's just been such a challenge. After the last 10-day weigh-in, I also took measurements. I didn't even think to do that before, and so I decided that that's something that I wanted to do. So I took those measurements today, and I lost 1 inch off my waist and 1 inch off of my hips. And those are the only 2 things that I'm measuring, just to kind of get a good idea of, you know, how things are actually changing. So again, just in case you haven't seen previous videos, I am doing intermittent fasting, and I'm also gluten-free. And I'm also trying to get my head right for a new diet plan that I'm going to be doing hopefully beginning September 1st. And that is a goal that I have, is to get myself mentally prepared for eliminating certain trigger foods out of my diet. And even though I haven't committed to doing that plan as of yet, doing that mental preparation is kind of helping me because it is helping me avoid certain things like sugar, right now, certain grains and beans and different things that I will be giving up in the future. Plus, I'm also trying to kind of shift gears and doing a little bit of keto in that as well. So I am looking at healthy fats, and you know, I don't eat a whole lot of meat, so the protein part of it isn't going to be a huge factor for me, but also, you know, doing that lower end of carb. So I'm just trying to like look at that as a like, how can I do this now and kind of ease into that. And I think that's going to be super helpful, instead of jumping right into it. My dog is barking because my husband is bringing in trash cans. And this is my dog. This is Quinn. I might as well introduce you because she barks on every video. If I'm holding her, she won't bark. It's because she's completely scared. So, say hi, Quinn. I've also mentioned that I really want to incorporate some rewards, and then I think it's going to be really cool to meet those rewards with challenges. My very first goal milestone is going to be just to get under 200 pounds. I don't care if that's 199.9. I just want to get under 200 pounds. So when I do that, I've already decided that I want my reward to be something in the line of wanting to pamper myself. So I've decided to purchase the Younique Presenters Kit. And I'm going to do that not necessarily to start a business. I'm notorious for joining things and not making a business out of it. I just love having the discount on things. So I'm going to do that because it's just amazing deal for all the makeup that's included in it. And I think that'll just really be fun, and I think it'll be helpful also on those days that I just don't feel up to par and, you know, just want to do a little something to pamper myself. So that is going to be my reward. But that is also met with a challenge. So my husband has challenged me to doing some husband-wife weightlifting challenges. Now, that could be something that could actually be a deterrent if it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. I have wanted to get back into weightlifting. I did it just for a little bit. I really enjoy it, but it's just something that's been really hard for me to stick with. Now, my husband has been lifting for over 30 years. He's done it competitively. He holds some state records, and he's just so dedicated to doing it. And we have all the equipment we could ever hope to have and dream of at our home, so there's really no excuse. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So once I get under 200, I'm going to start training for our very first challenge, and I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be. I think it's going to be farmer walks, and I have done farmer walks before, but just kind of on a whim, like, oh, you got it out, let me try it, and then I just don't do it, like, you know, consistently. So we are going to figure out how to do that as a challenge, and then maybe we'll even up the ante and do kind of a, if you win, I have to do this, and if I win, you have to do that, because that seems to kind of be the way those things go. So I'm looking forward to that, and I am looking forward and so motivated to just keep going with this, and I want to encourage you to just push past all those challenges that you may be having and whatever it is that you are struggling with. I am just amazed that I have been able to push past those problems that I've had with just getting past that second week, or if, as an example, last night we decided to do a fire and have s'mores, and honestly I found myself really wanting that, which last week when we did s'mores, I didn't have a problem at all. I didn't desire it at all. This week, however, I was just kind of like, oh, well, you know, I can't really do the graham crackers because that's got gluten in it. I could do the marshmallows. That wouldn't be horrible. But it was after my eating window. So I had to kind of just remind myself that every time I've ever eaten a s'more, I feel sick to my stomach afterwards, and remind myself that I didn't need it and really, really didn't want it. So I think that's just kind of how you kind of get past those little things that just kind of like tempt you, is to remind yourself what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And honestly, when you don't eat sugar, you don't crave it. It really is a drug. So I'm really thankful that I'm getting it out of my system and that it's not something that's really causing me too much trouble anymore. So I would encourage you to just keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. It's working for me, and I want to encourage you to trust that it can work for you as well. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.